Okay, go.
All right, so we're going to work with ice pick. So this, the majority of you know, we don't do a lot of ice pick, which I've heard arguments on both sides. So I kind of, I see the point. I kind of, there is, there's a lot to be said for this position. It's very strong. Like you won't, there's no such thing as opposition to this. Like the strike is so powerful, and one can be said that this is less powerful. That the wrist will pull back, right? From here, there's very little pullback, right? The knife doesn't move much. From here, you can see there's a lot more. The blade can maneuver a lot further in this plane than in this plane. In this plane. This is just a little more immobile this way. So it's a power shot. So we're giving up a little bit of room, a little bit of reach for a little more power and stability. All right. 6 1/2 dozen, as they say. But by force, this is going to make you close the gap. You have to get closer. And I've heard, I believe it was Ray Dianaldo talking about, there's people talk about the difference in reach. Oh, there's no difference in reach. So he talks about, see, I can do this, and like, did he just lean in there? He did, the son of a bitch. It's undeniable, right? Here's my reach. I am hitting. Even if I choke up on the knife, I'm still hitting. I am no longer hitting. I cannot turn my wrist. If I do this, I'm hitting it. And if I do this, I'm hitting it. But I can take a half step back, and a half step is everything, right? You guys know success. Difference between getting hit and not getting hit is like measured in centimeters. It really is a fine thing sometimes. So the difference between I can reach you and you can't reach me, this could be a big life changer. Especially if you're dealing with somebody with long nails. Yeah, or just get a bigger knife. Again, knives are just short swords. There's that, and there's that range. If you want to talk terminology, knife, big knife, long knife, short sword. Full-size sword or whatever, however you want to classify things, right? So, and they vary, whatever. Cool, but we're going to do some ice pick. Peek out, as it's often. But I don't like this grip so much, but it's good to know. Hockheim said, why would you limit yourself to only learning half the ways to use a knife? That's pretty reasonable. So, that said, I have a very few ice pick grip drills, and even fewer for double. So, much like we were doing with the stabs earlier, I'm going to have you kind of fighting the air. But as I was saying earlier about Filipino boxing, put the knives in there. Right. A jab with a knife and ice pick, that's a fearsome beast, right? A hook on the side of the neck, that'll work. A shovel, shovel hook, that'll work. Just don't parry. Like you do empty-handed, boom. This might not be the recommended course of action. So how'd you get the scar? Don't.
It was epic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're getting rainy. Okay, cool. So you're gonna get a partner, and all I want you to do is trade jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross. At distance. At distance. We're not worrying about being close. So let's partner up and aim. I'm gonna be under something. This is getting